All right, let's go. Sun and Capricorn. I promised y'all Sun and Capricorn. We're going to knock out Sun and Capricorn. All right, so first things first, I always describe sun. Sun is your personality. It's how you put yourself into the world. It's the way that you do things, the way that you see yourself. It can be where we find our I don't want to say false sense of optimism, but it's just where we're optimistic about how we see ourselves, and we feel like we do things where we feel like we do things right in the world, where we feel our egos the most inflated. Where we feel the most self-motivated, kind of the way that we are motivated to move. Okay, it's our childlike valor, the way that we go out and create our realities. Okay. So being that Sun is in Capricorn right now, this is what we're talking about. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So just off top, they have a serious demeanor. Saturn is the planet that talks about, boundaries, restrictions, rules, authority, time. It's keeping track of things. It's watching you. It's giving you a task and asking you to achieve it. So it's like the test that you have to take. Trials and tribulations that we face through life that take us a long time to, the lessons that take us a long time to learn, not just little ways in which we bump our heads, but the big life lessons, how we learn our sense of responsibility and accountability for ourselves in the world. Also, like I said, Sun is where we create our own reality. So Capricorn is very much about that enterprising, ambitious spirit. It's about where you see yourself and how you plan to get there. Sagittarius Sun tends to be it makes for a very, very goal-oriented personality because they like results. These are the type of people who don't do anything for nothing, and most of the time they're putting something into action because they wish to see a return on their investment. They wish to see, a raise or a promotion. That's really what they're looking for in this lifetime. So whatever it is that they find their passion to be, they just trying to level up. That's like Sagittarius, or not Sag. A Capricorn made that phrasing up, level up. That was a Capricorn who said that. It might have been of Sagittarius, but Sagittarius would say boss up. They want to boss up on your ass. Capricorn wants to boss up too, but they would say level up, like get on my level type shit. Like they're just very, very concerned with the status quo. They're very concerned with hierarchy. And they respect authority because they want authority. And so they respect that whole paradigm of, there being a boss and then a manager and then an employee and then a customer. I don't know. Customers don't come last, but y'all know what I mean. So in order to make that a reality, they have to honor that code, right? So they tend to be well behaved. If they're Capricorn children tend to be pretty well behaved, at least on the outside. Now I was just saying, Capricorn can be sneaky. Capricorn can be, we'll get into that, but for the most part, they come off as very, very innocent. Aaliyah, my favorite, and Sade, my favorite two probably Capricorns ever in life. Aaliyah specifically, she had such a sweet demeanor about her. Even the way her voice sounded, the way when you watch an Aaliyah video, she never got out of. She was very well kept together. She was a very modest spirit. She had this older. We didn't know Aaliyah was 14 when she came out with her music. She was so well put together and composed. We thought that she was more mature, more older because she was so mature. But like I said, even in the way that she spoke, her tone, she never got out of character. She would laugh and those types of things, but she was just smooth. She was cool. That was her. She didn't let nothing really, really bother her or phase her too much. And she was focused on where she was going. I mean, she had a career at a very young age, and I feel like if she hadn't been taken from this earth so soon, she would have had a very, very good long career. And that kind of speaks so much to that Capricorn type of energy. So first things first, let me start with my notes so I can stay on track. They love to talk money. If you're trying to talk to a Capricorn, if you are looking for some sort of common ground and you're trying to approach them because they're not going to approach you, 9 times out of 10, they're just not those types of people. You can definitely start talking to them about a business endeavor, or even just, it doesn't necessarily have to be money at first, but a good idea that could be turned into money. They're always looking for a come up, kind of. They do want. These are the type of people who don't shy away from the idea of owning their own business. you know, they or going for the long degrees, law degrees, becoming a doctor not because of their love of medicine, but because they know it's a stable career and it earns them a lot of money. You know, they like to have reputable titles, so they want to be someone who is important in society. Being held in high regard in society is a very, very important thing to Capricorn, because their sign is all about climbing the ladder and the respect that comes with each step that you take. That's what they're really looking to achieve in this lifetime. That's a lot of Capricorns will say to me, because I have I got a phone call, but sorry. Okay, so let's keep going. Damn it, what was I saying? I don't know. You guys are just the type of people that, you know, really care about your place in life. They were saying, I was saying that I have a lot of Capricorn friends, and a lot of them tell me that, I don't mean to put y'all on blast. Y'all know I love y'all, you know, but it is what it is. Sorry I'm spilling y'all tea, but love y'all, you know. But they tell me that they don't really know, they don't identify with a passion in life. Like a lot of people, you know, like Libra might be like, oh, I want to be an artist, you know. Gemini might be like, oh, I love communication and I just want to network my whole life. And, you know, Virgo might be like, oh, I'm technical, so I'm going to go into science, you know. Like, Capricorn is smart as hell. Like, they understand, like, I don't know, I guess they just get more of the technical aspect of life. They understand left brain things very well. They're very grounded people, so they understand, you know, A plus B equals C. That's Capricorn. But they're not very right brained all the time. Like, they might really love artistic people because I feel like it represents something that they feel like, not necessarily that they lack, but because they don't really know how to showcase it within themselves all the time, they're attracted to other people who do shine. I just want to finish this video, but yeah, all I was saying was that Capricorn, sorry, I need a nap. Capricorn are the type of people who, you know, they would make really good managers because they are in touch with, you know, what's good. They have good, keen skills as far as picking out good shit from bullshit, or like picking out people who really want to work from the bullshitters. So if you are an artist, they would have a good appreciation for what it is that you do, because they feel like it's a skill that they don't necessarily possess. You know, and some Capricorn, I'm not saying there's no Capricorn artists or like singers or anything like that in the world, but they just don't tend to be those types of creative people, but they love creative things. They want that, so they tend to attract to people who have that spark, and then they can foster it. Like even Aaliyah was a singer, you know, but Aaliyah wasn't really necessarily sitting up writing her music and being the creative force behind it. She was the catalyst. She was the vehicle. She was the one who was doing all the moving and doing all the working and filming all the videos and doing all the photo shoots, and that was work, you know, because she had Missy, Timbaland, and what's the other guy's name? I forgot his name. R.I.P. sir, I forgot your name. But she had all those people behind her penning her songs and like making up all that crazy creative juice for her to kind of like be the poster child for it. You know, that was her way of doing that. I noticed a lot of people that I know though who are not like inclined, you know, they tend to be the practical element that fills in the gap between the creative entity and the real world. Like, they can put you out there, they can market really good, they know how to market, they know how to sell, because they're buyers. At the end of the day, they know what the market is, what the world looks like, and what's hot and what's not. Kind of, they have a good sense of that. That can translate into good taste in clothing, good taste in, like, they have a nice like interior design. I think because their opposite sign is Cancer, they do have a way of making their homes a certain way. Some Capricorns, you know, they have a way of like, they get bougie when it comes to certain shit. So yeah, they will want their home to be like up to par, high standard, or you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they want to look good. They want their homes to look good. It makes them look good. Just like the career. They want a good career, something that sounds good, you know? Let me see. Deep down. Wait, no, let's not go there. Okay, so low-key, this is me actually spilling y'all's tea. Y'all are master bullshitters, though. At the end of the day, Capricorn is another one of those signs that works smarter and not harder. So when it comes to achieving tasks and getting things done, they go in for the long haul. But at the same time, like, I see that when they put their head in books, they can be very, very, like, they put their time. They know time is something that has to go forward to make anything happen, and they know nothing happens overnight. They're the type of people who go to work day in and day out, like, you know, to become a doctor. like my best friend, she was trying to become a doctor, you know, and she knew that it was going to take this many years of school, this many years of residency, this many years of doing this before she could own her own practice. Like she was, but she was committed. Like she was into that as a dream. Like that was something that made her feel good, knowing that she was committing her life to something. There are those types of people. A lot like Taurus, slow and steady, you know, but they're a little bit more evolved than Taurus. So that's where that whole, they'll do slow and steady, but at the same time, they want it to be smarter. Like they want it to not take all day. Like they still want it to be something that's going to put them above the rest. They're not just going to do slow and steady to get something that's like Taurus is like, very personal sign. They want things that matter to them. Their personal values matter. Capricorn is a lot more worried about what everybody else thinks. Just putting it out there. They're a lot more worried about how they look in society. And so the things that they choose to do and the way that they choose to do them, they have to be better, you know, stronger. They have to be quicker. They have to be just, you know, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say to y'all, but I hope you understand. I know Capricorns will. I know for sure Capricorns will. Typically the quiet type, like I said, they can come off as innocent, quiet, and mysterious exterior, and they can come across as meek in some way. So a lot of Sagittarius, I mean, why do I keep calling y'all that? I'm sorry. I know who you are. You're Capricorn. I know who you are. I'm sorry. No, but a lot of them tend to be, like have small wrists, small hands, or be of a thin frame. They can be tall, you know, but something about them is it's not threatening. They're just non-threatening looking people. They come off as very meek and just mysterious in that way because you don't know what they're capable of. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really sit down and talk with a Capricorn, there's a lot more bubbling up under the surface than what they show than the regular person. Much like Scorpio, they only let you know what they want you to know about them. Then they rather you underestimate them than overestimate them, and they don't deliver. So they rather you underestimate them so that they can deliver extra, and that just boosts them up. That boosts their credibility more because it's like, oh, you holding on to something. You like a secret weapon out here in these streets, you know? And that's their way of kind of manipulating society and being a step ahead. Deep down, they know life is a battlefield. Honey, a lot of Capricorns have deep, deep, deep issues, okay? Just saying. Y'all put stress on yourselves. Earth signs in general put a lot of stress on yourselves to be whatever, smarter, more apt, better, more efficient, to gain more material gain. And those are things that are at the forefront of your mind. So those are the type of things that like you have to work at. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come easily. So you put a lot of stress on yourself to be the best. You put a lot of stress on yourself to be smart and plan things out and do things the right way. So much so that where I notice a lot of earth signs have addiction issues sometimes, or they do certain things that are like ways of escapism, but they do it in secret. Like they do it on their own time. They might have a group of friends that they do it with, but there's like the Wall Street people who go and smoke or snort coke after hours, or maybe even on the job, you know, because it's just like, man, I'm wearing this suit and tie every day. Like life gets tough, you know. They just got to take the edge off, I guess you could say. They tend to be real serious too. So I feel like that type of thing, they feel like it helps them loosen up. They might even be the type to be into piercings and stuff because they like the pain. It makes them feel alive, because throughout life they feel so dead sometimes because they're just so focused on achieving their goals. They don't feel like they ever actually get to do anything for them. And then once it's time to do something for them, they're like, what do I really want to do? Then they can't decide, so they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna just chill. Like I'm gonna just, you know, drink or smoke or go get a piercing, get a tattoo. I don't know. That's just their way of exploring feelings and sensations in life. I don't know how what you guys see it as, but that's just an observation that I've made. Yeah, they see life as a battlefield, and what I mean by that is more so that they see the reality. Life is not as grim per se as it might be for, I mean, I keep mentioning Scorpio. Sorry, but you know, it's not as deep for Capricorn, but it's like it's right at the at ground level. It doesn't go any deeper, but it's right at ground level. It's that concrete. It's that fall from grace. And it's not a fall from grace. That was the wrong wording, but it's that it is like the result of the fall from grace. Like, oh, this is life. Oh, you thought it worked some other type of way? You thought you was gonna come up overnight? You thought that's how it was gonna happen? Nope, gotta work every day. You're on a time constraint. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't work, you don't get paid. That type of energy, you know, Capricorn is just all about the business. They're all about, you know, making things happen and just, but to be that type of person, you have to be faced with the reality of what work needs to be done. What are you dealing with? What tools do you have? What, you know, just all those grounded ideas. Oh shoot, I hope my computer. They're more in that's where that Saturn energy sort of comes in. That authoritarian energy sort of comes in to remind them that life is real and it's not easy for anybody out here, and we all have to kind of, you know, pick ourselves up by our bootstraps and work for what it is that we want. They tend to lead this narrative that surrounds like life being a hard knock life. Like, they just, I don't know, when Capricorn feels like they are ready to put themselves into the workforce, that's when they feel they're at their best. Like, if something is going on with them personally, emotionally at home, they're the types to throw themselves into work as a way to, like, that's therapeutic for them. They feel not fulfilled, but they feel purposeful. They feel like their life has purpose. Even if everything else goes to shit, they had a good day and they did something good for themselves because they went to work today. They worked towards their dreams. They worked towards saving that extra buck in their savings, you know, their savings bond or whatever. So yeah, they understand that life can get hard, and so they try their best to. That's why they try to kind of get their heads above water and even, you know, build the castle with the moat. At the end of the day, they want to be king and queen because they don't ever want to have to experience the lower end of things. They don't want to have to be regular. They don't want to have to be, or, you know, like that Blue Ivy meme I talked about in Leo, you know, look at them down there all regular and poor. Like, they just they do have a more high-minded view of themselves and who they see themselves to be. So but they also understand that they have to work for that. They also will cut corners in order to do so. They'll still work hard, but they will cut corners if they can. They want to build. At the end of the day, you know, they love to have and make their own money. They love to flip money. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way for Sagittarius. I'm just saying, it's a few Sagittarius. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sleepy. It's quite a few Capricorn drug dealers out here in the world. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. They can be bossy because they feel wise, often from a young age. I think that Saturn energy, the fact that it's so potent, it just makes them feel like somebody damn granddaddy. Like, they just understand, like, the trajectory that is life. You know, they have their lives planned out from when they're 10 years old type of people. So, you know, when they get around other people, they tend to be more, they're not bossy per se, but they make good bosses. And because they're so hard working, they won't ask anything of you that they wouldn't do themselves, but they're more so wise. And in that way, they become the authority figure. So if you're friends with the Capricorn, a lot of times they feel like they're older. They make it feel like they're older because they just have good ideas. They know the more realistic way to do things. Let's say that. It's not even about having good ideas. It's just, if you do have an idea, they will have some realistic input that will take your idea to the next level. There we go with that phrase again, leveling up, you know. And yeah, they're just good people to have around, especially because, like, I am an Aquarius. I'm very, like, Libra moon, Gemini ascendant. I'm just very airy. So me having Capricorns in my life, it gives me a sense of stability, and I give them a sense of excitement and ideas and intellectual stimulation. We can talk, have long conversations about life and just what's what, you know, and spotting certain patterns out, spotting certain things out, and trying to figure out how to elevate each other and how to make each other better people so that we can live a boss-ass lifestyle. Shout out to my best friend, TT. But yeah, let me see. And they tend to be hard-headed because they feel like they know a lot. They feel like they know everything too. So because they carry that authority gene within themselves, especially from a young age, they are good children because they know most rules are put in place to keep us safe anyway. to help us become the best that we're meant to be. You know, as children, our teachers aren't telling us the wrong thing, you know, so they put their heads in the books and they do what they got to do, and they're good kids, and they bring home the grades, and they're responsible, very responsible from a young age. They don't like to fuck up and do stupid ass shit, because that just puts them in a worse position. They're not risky like Sagittarius to where they want to try to wage their bets. They're not like that. But at the same time, because they feel that sense of responsibility from young to do the right thing, they grow up and often feel like they'll be 25 and strike you as like 36 or something. They take on the authority figure within dynamics, you know, because they feel like they have a grounded view of viewing things, and if you're the type of person that's not on their level, they feel like they have to help you. Like you don't understand life, like you just don't get it, you know. Business minded by nature, yes. They deal with their friends like business. Like me and my best friend is so funny, because the way we make like we meet each other and make appointments, is like we're having little mini business meetings, or I don't know, it's just they're business minded, so they think very logically. They think very what's the best way to get this done, what's the best way to get that done, you know, kind of like Virgo, where they want to increase the function of something. You know, if something's stupid, Capricorn will definitely let you know. They're very petty in that too, if they feel like being that way, because they, like Virgo, can spot out when somebody is just being a dumbass, and they oftentimes see themselves as being the superior. You know, that comes from that authoritarian figure type of feeling too. So, you know, they'll try to like make other people feel stupid, make other people feel dumb. And I don't think it happens because they really want to make you feel that way. Or maybe they do, because I don't know if they really be trying to help or not. I have another family member who's a Capricorn, and she has done that all her life. She's just she can come off as mean sometimes, because she's so just matter of fact with things. And if you don't see it and you go the other way, she'll be like, now that was some dumbass shit to do. You should have known. You should have had enough common sense to know that if you did A and B, you was going to end up getting C. So I don't even know why you doing this. I don't want to hear you talk about it. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Like, you on some bullshit. Like, you bullshitting yourself. Don't bullshit me too. But part of that is they know bullshit because they secretly be bullshitting. Very secretly. Oh my God. You'll never, ever, ever, ever be able to pin a Capricorn for anything that they've ever done. They're the type of people, if they want to get revenge from you, they will go so far above and beyond, you won't even correlate them to what the fucked up shit just happened to your life. And that's the only time I'm gonna say this in this video, because I don't want to put my babies on blast too much. But just know, if you cut a fucking Sagittarius or a fucking Capricorn off in traffic, and then 2 weeks later your car blow up, hey, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They get that license plate number, be tracking your ass. I'm just saying. So the last little notes I have, the men tend to be stable players. So they're the type of people to have a lot of money. Like, I mean, you know, this is like at your best, you know, but their ideal selves have a lot of money and the nice car and the nice house, and he can buy the bar, and he can get any girl he wants, because he's just enterprising. He's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, you know, I know Aaliyah was a Capricorn in the whole Dame Dash Aaliyah situation, but Dame Dash has a real Capricorn type of energy. He's a business owner. He doesn't like other people being his boss, because he is the authority. You know what I'm saying? He said in that interview with The Breakfast Club, I don't want to call no other man a boss. It's like calling another man daddy. Like, you'll never see me doing that. And then just his, what was I getting ready to say? Oh, what did I want to say? Oh, yeah, but like, he could have any girl in the game that he wanted because he was a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that energy, but it doesn't necessarily mean they always love the girls that they have, or that they're always trying to be in a long-term relationship. But eventually they do want something long-term. They like stability, but they can be players because they feel like as long as they have that stability within themselves, they don't need it from another person. If anything, a relationship might be a drag to them if that person is not aiding them in getting in increasing their visibility, in increasing their place in society. And, you know, if you can't stand up to, like, if I'm a doctor and you know, are a waitress, I might not fuck with you because I'm a Capricorn, because that's the type of shit that matters to me. Like, I need somebody who's somebody. Be a singer, be an actress, be a lawyer, be a, you know, even a teacher. Like, do something that, so it makes me look a certain way. Let me see. They love to have a known reputation. The men do love to be known. They love to be known for what they do. That again goes back to them seeing their place in society as a thing of importance. You know, they want to be regarded as, you know, just a force, an entity to be reckoned with, or just like they achieved something. They want to be seen like they've done something, like they've achieved things in life. And they will go where it's best for them. So one thing to always remember about Capricorn men is they are selfish. At the end of the day, like I said, they worry more so about themselves and their image and how they spend their time. They're not so concerned with always being up under someone else all the time. Even though, you know, if they do love you, they will be loyal, you know, and they will play their part. They believe in playing their roles in certain relationships and certain situations. But that's where that whole, you know, they go where it's best for them. Like if a married man is messing with you and he's a Capricorn and you're the side piece, he's going to let you know you're a side piece. And I come to you to get this and that, and I'm going to pay you. I'm going to leave your money on the nightstand. I'm going to go home to my wife, and don't you call my wife. Don't call my house. Don't pop up. You are, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that type of situation. Like, and they'll try to make that situation last for as long as it can for them, because they just really want what's best for them. They want their cake and to eat it too, to be honest with you. The women, they are more sneaky than you can ever imagine. That's all I'll say. They're more sneaky than you can ever probably fathom. The shit that comes to their mind, they just, it be on some whole other shit. So it's best for you to just mind your business and do you. If you don't like it, you don't have to deal with the Capricorn woman. She's never going to be stunting you. She's never going to be pressed by your presence. If you're here or if you're not, she has a life. She's doing her. Just keep it in mind. And they come off as very reserved. If you want interaction with the Capricorn, you'll probably have to go up to her. You're going to have to become very correct. Please don't come incorrect when you're talking to a Capricorn, because they are mean and they will hold you and let you know, little boy, you thought you had it. You thought, he said what? Did you see his shoes? No. That type of energy. They just not fucking with the fuck shit. And they are 12 steps ahead. Or at least they see themselves as being 12 steps ahead of everybody else. And they hate to be put down. They hate to be put down. You have to respect where they're coming from, because they've thought about it. They're not stupid, you know, by a long shot. And even if you have an opinion of something that might help to better them, they don't want to listen to you unless they really, really respect you. Like, now, fuck love. It's not even about love. It's about respect. They're not even going to... A Capricorn woman might not even ask her husband's opinion on something if she don't really respect that guy's point of views on things. And she might love him a lot, but she's not going to really confide in him or ask him for advice, because she don't want to hear that shit, because she already knows she's smarter than you, you know. So she might go to her boss about something, or a trusted colleague about something personal, you know what I'm saying, before she goes to her husband. And that just is what it is, because she wants to make the best decision for herself at the end of the day. And they also, one thing I noticed about them, they tend to have one good friend at a time. So they're not very social people. They are networkers, as far as, you know, like I said, they want to be seen, but they don't necessarily want the emotional baggage that comes with having to keep up contact with people on a consistent basis, especially because they have a lot of boundaries, and they can be very cold, and they want you to respect their boundaries, and they respect other people's boundaries. So sometimes people see that as them being standoffish or off-put by their personality. So people feel like Capricorn is looking down on them, when really it's just they don't have any interest in getting into you. It's nothing against you, honestly. It's just they only have a certain amount of time for the things that they deem priority, and everybody can't fit into that. You know, they have one good emotionally connected friend. You know, they might have a significant other, like a family member that they talk to, you know, something like that. But it's not, they don't really let people in their world too much. And that's that relation to Cancer too, you know, as far as kind of having a more isolated type of situation going on with their life and the way that they choose to live their lives. So there's a lot more I could probably say about Capricorn. I have a lot of them in my life, but I'll leave it there because this video is getting kind of long. So if you guys have any comments, you can leave them down below. Let me know if you're a Capricorn. If you know a Capricorn, was I right? Was I wrong? Did I miss something? Did I hit something right on the head? Talk to me, man. You know, like this video, subscribe. I'm pushing them out, y'all. I told y'all. I ain't forget about y'all, you know. So if you want a private reading from me, just email me at nelleforhighvibe@gmail.com. We can talk about how to proceed with that. I do astrology readings and tarot readings. I can explain it all to you, you know, when you email me. And I also do music, so I don't know if I've been telling you guys, but definitely check out my website, nellecole.com. And yeah, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Snapchat. I'll be having to make sure I say everything, because you see this Gemini ascendant, you see all this fast talking I'm doing right now. I'm tired. I'm ready to take a nap. So I'll see you guys in the next one.